Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Uninformed Fan. We are back on our weekly Wednesday. The world is imploding, but the boys are still here, and that's all that matters. Jeffrey, how are we doing today, my friend? I see that you got a little Jedi Knight representing today.
It sounds like you're in a cave, but
oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if your mic.
How about now?
Yeah, now you're good. I
have the microphone close to you.
Yeah. I need some Jedi powers. I have a band on from last night still. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all those who celebrate. It's a very busy day.
Your age that you still are still partaking all of those shenanigans.
I'm sorry?
I'm surprised at your age that you still partake in those types of shenanigans.
I'm not going to be offended by that comment.
Well, there's no reason to be, because, you know, especially as somebody in the hospitality industry, this is one thing that you understand that like normal people don't, is like usually these big drinking days are like amateur hours, you know, like a random Wednesday, we can go harder than New Year's Eve. Yeah. That is my point. You know, usually to your point, paying a $10 cover to go into Kitty's, wild. Especially, you know, since you're there. Literally there every day.
Tough look for your boy.
Yeah.
Especially because like normally I've walked up and they've like seen me in line and been like, yo, come on. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I
Well,
walked
that's
up.
what I'm saying.
There was nobody in line, not one person. And I walked up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm like joking around. I'm like, they're obviously gonna let me in without paying." And I have my Kitty O'Shea's hoodie on, and I was like, "Do you get a discount on cover if you bought an $80 hoodie?" And the door guy looked at me and goes, "Absolutely not, $10."
And this is
like,
somebody that you knew at the door, correct?
For sure.
Yeah. See, that's where I just run into the problems, man.
And I'm like,
nah.
"What? Really?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yep, absolutely. Everybody's paying." I'm like, "No, they're not. Not everybody is paying." Yeah, they are.
Did Ian pay? Did Ian
$10
pay?
if you want to get in. It's hilarious, bro. I get there. I'm like, let me find Ian. But obviously, I stop at the bar.
Can you move the camera up just a little bit? I need to get to see your full melon. There we go. Yeah. Jeff, I need to get the whole. Oh, that might be a little too much. But yeah, no, sorry. I need to get the whole picture of your aura. Thank you.
So I go to the back and looking for said individual, and said individual is sitting down on a chair with security around him, and I'm like, what's going on? You know, I'm thinking like something like, I'm like, are you having a heart attack? Like what is going on right now? Like, why are you like holding the side of your body? And he's like, oh, my sciatica is acting up. I'm like, this is how old you are, Unc, is that you're at the bar with security around you because your sciatica is acting up, because you've been here for 6 or 7 hours already, and you're so inflamed right now that you can't fucking move. Just a tough look for your boy. First of all, had to order the Uber. Did
you tell him to give you your $10 back?
No. I should have told Karen when I saw her last night, but I just let it go. Had to order the Uber, right? Finally the Uber, is coming. About
surcharge, no doubt.
Uber continues to cancel, right? Now I got this guy who works for the US government who's standing over me, him, and his wife. I have to basically escort them out. He's escorting them out as well too. Hired security for the night. It was a wild scene, bro. Also,
go ahead.
Can I just say that people are absolutely fucking disgusting. Yes. It is egregious that people treat places and just in general establishments like that. I tried to go to the bathroom last night. I opened the door to the bathroom and I walked out of the bathroom.
Which says a lot considering the things that you've accomplished in those bathrooms.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And I don't know where people, we've lost all sense of decency.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've collapsed 100% as a society. George Costanza called it out decades ago. But that was to my point, is like, you're a professional. Usually those type of events just don't appeal to me at all anymore. Like, why do I want to go be around a bunch of people that like, this is like their one night of the quarter that they drink, and they just get shit drunk. They piss in the corners of the bar. They get their liquid courage because they haven't been let out of their cage in a long time, Yeah. Nah. And then, like you said, then everything's more expensive. I got a cover over here. The prices are probably jacked up. You got to pay extra for the Uber with the surcharges. Do they continue? If you do have like 1 or 2 drinks and still drive, you might hit a checkpoint, and God forbid that you have 2 drinks in an hour and you're at 0.09, something of those nature, where it's just not a good look.
It was so I said to myself 2 things, because we all know St. Patrick's Day, Kitty O'Shea's. I go, look, I'm going to go. If I got to look for a parking spot, I'm not going to park. And if I got to wait in a line that's more than 10 people, I'm not going in. I pulled in.
And all of the stars just align.
I literally pulled in. As I pull in, I make the immediate right where I always park. Somebody's pulling out of a space. I park. I see 10 cars that are just looping. I'm like, okay, check 1, right? We got on that. And then, like I said, I walk in and I'm turning the corner and I'm like, let's just see what this is. And I turn the corner, not 1 person in line. And I was like, oh, okay.
Let's also preface this is also 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I got drilled at work. Absolutely drilled. 20 top lawyers wanted everything immediately. It's late. It's 9 o'clock. let's get to it. It was crazy, but yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Got to see a few people that I fuck with and love. So it was worth it.
Nice.
For sure.
Well, you know who didn't have a good time last night, Jeffrey?
USA.
The United States baseball team, who absolutely shriveled up and the ball shrunk inside, looked like a frightened turtle. Ended up losing 3-2. One swing of the bat by Bryce Harper ties it in the bottom of the 8th, and then they literally just go right back out. Garrett Cole, is pretty much not Garrett Cole. I'm sorry, Garrett Whitlock, I do believe was who it was. Garrett Whitlock walks the first batter, gives up the steal, base hit, scores, and then the last out, the other Boston Red Sox, Roman Anthony, striking out the plate. It was just abysmal offense. You put up 2 runs with that lineup. Yeah, I don't know. There was just a certain tone by we'll call the Latino groups in the baseball classic, and there was a lot of question marks and being like, and I know the question was posted to Jeter. Was this bigger than the World Series? And I will say this, for these countries, it sure seemed like it, right? It sure seemed like it. And, obviously not even all Americans played on this team, but certainly all of the All-Stars played for their home countries. It definitely meant more. And there was a lot of jawing, Jeff, a lot of just, this, that, and the other. But I will have to say I was interested. There was a point in time where I could care less about the World Baseball Classic. I didn't really watch it until the championship game, but I guess it was pretty entertaining. I guess now everybody just goes back to spring training. We get ready for baseball.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last week. What do we do if the USA loses? I think that the fans care more than the players care.
Not on the Latino side.
No. I'm talking about on the US side.
Yeah.
Also, did Gunnar Henderson get an at bat last night?
He did. I think he came in the 7th or 8th.
Yeah. Why is he not starting?
I don't know, dude.
He's been the best player on the team by far. Batting like right around 400, I believe, and has been defensively great. So I just don't understand why that guy's not in the lineup for your best game. But I'm also, not Jeff Francoeur, I'm Jeff Schneider. So there's that as well too.
You're also not Mark DeRosa.
I'm sorry. Yes, Mark DeRosa. That's who it was, not Jeff Francoeur. Why did I think Jeff Francoeur? It's a fuzzy day.
It is a little fuzzy.
You understand, Jay. He can't hit lefties, TJ says. Okay.
Well,
I don't really care. I mean,
apparently nobody could hit lefties either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was an upgrade or whatever it was.
Aaron Judge over this series. I mean, I think Aaron Judge had an absolutely abysmal series.
It looks really dark in your space today too.
Well, because I'm trying something else out.
What's going on over there?
Well, Jeff, we are full board on Whatnot, and everything that I have here is now catered towards our Whatnot streams.
I see the lights in the
so I have a little ring light there. What happens, Jeff, is when I open that screen. No, it's just the reflections. When I open that thing over there to let the sunlight in, like the right side of my face is like blasted with light, and the other side's dark. So I just tried to even it out a little bit today. Give you a little bit more cinematic view, Jeffrey.
Do you think that this at all, Venezuela beating the USA, was at all political?
No, not at all. That's what I asked. That's why I think sports is just such a wonderful thing, man. Obviously we did some stuff in Venezuela, if you want to call them, liberated the people, helped them out. And of course, they're all cheering USA, and waving USA flags during this time. And then they come over to American soil in Miami, and basically it's like F the USA. Now, again, that was just
they didn't just say for the baseball. USA,
bro. Have you read? Do you read lips? Like, my goodness, they were just jaw.
Oh yeah. So now you're reading lips and translating from Spanish to English.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. For those of you who don't know, I'm a jack of many trades. I said it before, as Jeremy. Obviously, Palencia plays for the Cubs as well. And when they're playing in Major League Baseball, I don't like it either. They strike out a batter and they walk 2 steps and then they shout like 5 or 6 things in Spanish at the top of their lungs, veins popping out of everything. I get it. You're excited, but like, it's just weird, man. Like, it's just a loud culture. I
love it. We could use a little bit more happiness in our lives here in the United States.
That's not happiness, Jeff. That is not happiness by any means. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
TJ, you off today? Hit my
Let's
line.
move on. We got a little NFL news coming up. Big move over the week. Kyler Murray does sign with the Vikings. It seemed like it was pretty much a foregone conclusion. I know that you said that you liked it as well. I mean, I do sleep a little bit. I guess I just don't respect Kyler Murray from what I've seen in Arizona. I know that he has the talent. You see the baby scrambles with the baby bottles running down the field. Jeff, first of all, we talked about the Vikings being a quarterback away, literally a quarterback away from being in contention.
Mm-hmm.
Does this solidify them?
I mean, I like the move, and I think it's good. They kept
1 second.
Flores.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I thought it was good. They kept Flores as well too. I mean, I think Kyle. We've seen Kevin O'Connell do great things with quarterbacks. Whether it be Sam Darnold, who he turned into obviously a Super Bowl champion. I think they have the weapons though, with Addison, with Hawkinson, with that backfield. Now you add in Kyler Murray, not only a guy who can move around a little bit. We saw JJ McCarthy was a really popular prop to take last year, was his rushing yards, because he was able to get out of the pocket at certain points and make plays with his legs. So, yeah, I mean, I think that, I think they're going to be better than they were last year, if that answers your question, Tyson. For sure. Vikings might hit lightning in a bottle, TJ Sonata says. That is true. They might. It could be, one of the greatest moves of all time, if it comes down to it. Like I said, they just got to get to a point where does Kyler Murray love football? There's no better place to find out if you love football than in Minnesota. I'll tell you that, because there ain't a lot going on. Now,
that's a good point.
It's going to be a really tough division for sure. But Kyler Murray is going to be fighting for his professional life here. It's a 1-year minimum prove-it deal because you're getting paid $38 million by the Arizona Cardinals. So, this is a put up or shut up time.
I apologize about that. I had to go. Our Bowman's case of baseball that we're breaking had to have a signature, so I had to get that.
Can't hide money.
Lots of stuff happening behind the scenes here.
How much is that box?
$5,000.
Jeremy, you got $5,000 in your bank account right now? Yeah. Oh, good for you.
I'm selling it. So for those of you who like baseball, want to get in Bowman's best break, follow Thomas Memorabilia on Whatnot. We will be breaking live Saturday at 7:00. Yeah. I completely agree. And to your point about does Kyler Murray like football enough or love football, I think getting out of Arizona and that shit organization and the things that went around him would probably be a good thing.
What do you think went around him?
Well, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. was like the best receiver, right? That he supposedly saw that didn't do anything. Was Larry Fitzgerald still there when he got there?
No.
So who was his number one receiver the entire time he was there?
I mean, they just got Marvin Harrison.
Trey McBride?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, maybe going to a Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, to a TJ Hawkinson with maybe a run game as well. Maybe that makes you commit a little bit more. I don't know. They still paid him over $100 million. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to work the rest of his life if he doesn't want to. So,
no, he's part of FaZe, bro. FaZe up. You just play video games all day.
I thought that organization went completely bankrupt.
I don't know, bro. I know they went public. I don't know what happened after that.
I do. It went to like $1. It's pretty bad. Actually, you know what? Well, let's just look, Jeff, while we're talking about it. Yeah.
We really don't have anything else to talk about today, so.
Actually, we do, Jeff. We have many things.
Oh,
does this mean the end of JJ McCarthy?
No, of course not. Just like it's not the end of Anthony Richardson, just because Daniel Jones. I mean, I think that we've seen quarterbacks have. Are you asking, is the end of JJ McCarthy Minnesota?
Yeah, is JJ McCarthy done in Minnesota with the signing?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, no, because they signed a guy who's underperformed his entire career to a minimum deal to come in and compete and maybe push JJ. No, I mean, there's this opportunity.
First of all, you have a hanger in the left side. Yeah. Second of all,
got him.
I mean, you say that he underperformed his whole contract, but he still got a max contract. So that just tells you about the state of the quarterback play in
Do
the
you
NFL. Same with
think
Tua.
Trevor Lawrence has, or Tua, or any of them have lived up to the expectations that were set before them?
Well, I think they each had different expectations. I think Trevor Lawrence probably had the most of anybody, being the number 1 overall pick, the perfect sunshine prototypical.
What was Kyler Murray?
No, Kyler Murray was never the prototypical quarterback. He was short, can't see over the line. His other abilities and his playmaking abilities is what elevated him. But so let me ask you this question. If you put Trevor Lawrence and Kyler Murray side by side when they came out, you're saying Kyler Murray had just as many expectations as Trevor Lawrence?
I mean, Kyler Murray was he was what's the kid from Dune? Anyway, he was the chosen one. I'm sorry. Chalamet deserved to win something. The Oscars.
That Sinners movie was terrible.
It's unbelievable. Michael B. Jordan, who I
think
is
terrible.
He's a fine actor. He's not.
Oh, I love his movies.
Right. What's his best movie?
I liked him in Black Panther. I didn't realize he was in The Wire, like as a kid.
Like depth wise, I just don't think he has any depth. It's just like it seems
I don't care. Yeah,
very same kind of. I don't know. Whatever. I guess maybe Creed was really good. I don't know.
Creed was good. Yeah, I like Creed.
But I don't know. Anyway.
I just thought Sinners was bad. It was so talked up, and then I watched it. I'm like, usually I can get through a bad movie, especially if it's like a horror movie. I was just like, what am I watching here?
I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll throw it on today. I'm off the next 2 days. I'm not doing anything. I got to figure out something to do with the kids today. What do you think I should do?
Drop them off at Disney?
You can't drop them off. Not at 12 and 9.
Really?
It's frowned upon. Yeah.
Why don't you just get her one of those VIP escorts and just have them go with that?
Who do you think I am, bro? And do you think this show is generating any money?
If you got $10 to pay a cover at Kitty's, my man, you got VIP escorts at Disney money.
Right. Yeah. Same. You can afford $10. You can afford $5,000, right? I'm ripping boxes over here. You're going to the park. What park? What? This is why I
come
said.
Come by and pick up the kids.
Where? What park?
Come by and pick up Jeff's kids on the way, will you?
I said, text me, Tej. Text me.
So all right, back to
Kyler Murray.
No, well, JJ McCarthy. Is this the end of JJ McCarthy in Minnesota?
No. He's young. He's a young kid going into his third year.
So you think the plan would be to keep Kyler Murray for a couple years, develop JJ, then let Kyler Murray go?
I don't know what their plan is, but I know that right now their plan is to bring in Kyler Murray just as a supplemental piece. Obviously,
you can't tell me Kyler Murray's coming in there and not being the number 1 right off the rip.
He's not. I think they're going to have an open competition in camp.
No shot, dude. No shot.
We'll see.
Other news: Jalen Waddle traded to the Broncos.
Yeah,
the Broncos get Jalen Waddle, and then they're going to swap 4th-round picks in this year's draft.
Yeah,
and the Dolphins also get the 1st and 3rd rounds. How do you like this one for the Broncos, Jeff?
It's crazy. They didn't get anything for Tyreek, right? Just straight up released Tyreek, who
I don't think they've released him yet. Did they? Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
Who and then Waddle, you get. I mean, I can't believe they got a 1st and a 3rd for him and a pick swap on the 4th. That's crazy to me. And that's crazy from the Broncos perspective, because I didn't think wide receiver was really the problem in Denver. I thought the guy getting the ball to the wide receivers is the problem in Denver. But
that's
neither here nor there.
A Bo Nix hater.
I am a Bo Nix hater. And I don't know why this came about. I don't know what happened for me to hate Bo Nix.
I think it's more of Sean Payton.
That could be.
Yeah, I think it's just Sean Payton and all of the juice that Sean Payton got for his going to be able to develop.
I don't hate Drew Brees though. I kind of like Drew Brees.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a pretty good Cortland Sutton, now Jalen Waddle. I mean, arguably 2 number 1s.
But just like TJ just said, now and you and you have Evan Ingram, and you have RJ Harvey, and you have J.K. Dobbins, and you have Mims, and to me like as a fantasy player, I also look at it and I'm like, oh, this shit sucks, dude. And
Yeah, as a
also,
fantasy, it's not good. It kind of puts you back
like,
into the Chiefs category where just
from
everybody kind of eats a little, but
yeah,
nobody eats a lot.
you can't do anything. I mean, I guess you can draft Bo if you want, but you can draft like Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, and Evan Ingram, and just have that as a stack all year and see how that works out.
I don't think so. I think there's better offenses.
Love you, Teach. Appreciate you being here.
What?
So
What did he text you?
nothing. No, he last year in fantasy he drafted Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton.
Oh yeah, okay, dude, that just went woo.
And I don't even know if he actually played all of them at one point the entire year, but
well, Evan Ingram was a flop, that's for sure. The Dolphins also said Devin Achane is off limits during the Dolphins rebuild. Several teams have reached out to the Dolphins in order to trade for him. Once it looks like it's a complete teardown, apparently that is going to be the centerpiece.
I don't know what the Dolphins are doing because you have like Achane is really good, right? But Achane his entire career has not been the most healthy guy in the world. So now you're just saying that the guy that we're not going to trade is going to be part of this years-long rebuild and is going to be a corner piece for it when you don't know if he's going to be healthy from one year to the next.
When Ollie Gordon also looked good at times.
Yeah, it's just so backwards. I just don't understand it. You trade all your good or get rid of a lot of your defensive pieces as well. And your offensive pieces, you bring in a new quarterback who is more of a game manager than an all-star. The whole thing is just weird to me. I don't understand their vision or where they're going. Maybe it's just above my head. Definite possibility, and we'll kind of see what happens. So,
well, I mean, they're going to have to pretty much hit on every one of their draft picks this year. I mean, and how often does that happen?
Here's the crazy part too. I thought I saw this stat that the highest paid person per year on their team right now is like 15 or 16 million, and they're still over the salary cap, even with all these moves.
How is that?
I don't know, bro. Because they owe a bunch of back money to people who they've gotten rid of.
Well, you got like 100 million in
so you have like 100 dead cap between like Tyreek Tua. I think there's a Waddle hit, there's a Chubb hit. There's just a lot going on. I don't know how to play it out. I don't know.
A lot of bad moves.
Yeah, and they need Sonny Weaver in there, go in and figure it out.
Definitely need a little Sonny Weaver.
Make it happen. You know, I just watched the movie for the first time the other day, Sicario. You ever seen Sicario?
Great movie. Absolutely. Both of them. Day of the Dead's even better.
I haven't. So that's next on the list. Did you know that Taylor Sheridan wrote that?
Yes.
That was his first like thing that he did.
Dude's like all over everything.
Now he is, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even before, like a lot of these older movies and stuff. Like I can't remember what else I watched something and he wrote that. Yeah, dude's got some talent, that's for sure. Malik Willis, Jeff. So Malik Willis signs the 3-year contract. It's basically a 2-year contract, third-year team option, like something like $25 million guaranteed. So you sign with the Dolphins, right? It's kind of like what we went back with Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, right? The Steelers get rid of George Pickens when you looked like you were going to have Pickens and DK on the outside, which would have been a great tandem of a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers to go to. They get rid of Pickens, and then he goes. So then Malik Willis, obviously, he's just trying to probably get the biggest bag he can on this contract because let's be honest, unless something amazing happens with him, this
probably
is
the only one he's going to sign.
Yeah. Correct. So I get going after and chasing the bag. You got as much as you could. So congratulations. Also in Florida, no state taxes. You're going to bring home as much as you can. But I mean, it's got to be a little bit disheartening when you go in and all of a sudden Tyreek's gone, Jalen Waddle's gone, everybody's gone. And then, like, what are you supposed to do? This is obviously just going to be a shit year, one that they might even be tanking for. And this is like, you're on a prove-it contract for 2 years. I mean, I know it's the NFL, and I know every man, step up, whatever. But come on. Like, what are we doing with this offense? I mean, do you think he's regretting it all? Or do you think he's just happy to have the bag and move on?
I'm sure he's happy to be in Miami, have a bag, and chilling. It is funny that, Malik Willis got blown up for this thing he did at the Combine where there's a homeless person. And, he was bringing a bunch of like clothes and stuff that they had that was there at the Combine. out to the homeless person. That was kind of the first, I mean, he was obviously on the page because of Liberty and he had a great year there, but that was one of those character things that really jumped off the page at you. So very interesting. I don't know. I don't know where the Dolphins go. I think the Dolphins are probably definitely the worst team in that division by far. For the next 2
He
years.
is throwing to Malik Willis, is throwing to Malik Washington, Jalen Tolbert, and Tutu Atwell with Greg Dulcich as his tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that doesn't scream high-powered offense, I don't know what does.
Not Darren Waller, huh?
No, he's gone. They also have Ollie Gordon listed as their third running back. I don't know. Yeah, we spent too much time on this. The New York Football Giants did sell Darnell
They should
Mooney.
trade Achane. I'll say that. They should.
Yeah, why not? Why keep him? Giants signed down Darnell Mooney. Nice little
Darnell
piece there to
Mooney.
go along. Yeah, go down with Jackson Dart up there. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I was thinking about what they were going to do with their draft pick, and will Cardinal Tate be there? Do they go offensive line? Do they try to go something on the defensive backfield? Where do they kind of project out here? So this is an interesting move. How much do they pay Darnell Mooney?
Not 100% sure there, Jeff.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Couple million.
Yeah, probably a pretty good guess. Couple million is probably a great guess.
Maybe our producer will fire that up for us.
If not, it's really not a big deal. Congrats to Darnell Mooney out there. Anything else we got from the NFL? I really don't have a deep dive on how Darnell Mooney.
Right now, the Giants are slated to have Caleb Downs, safety out of Ohio State.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to fall there, but
maybe that's 5.
Yeah,
I
think he might go top 3.
But. Really? Well, we know Mendoza's going number 1, so that would leave the. Yes, we do, Jeff. That would leave the Jets or the Cardinals.
I can see him being a Jet.
Yeah. Tennessee Titans also look like they're going to be taking Jeremiah Love if he's there. So, I mean, maybe that's why the Kansas City Chiefs decided to go out and do what they did.
Tell you what, man, the Titans are making some moves. I don't know.
Yeah, they are. They're sneaky, man.
But they are making some interesting moves that have my spidey senses tingling. Really nice. 1 year up to 10 million seems like a lot considering Mike just got 14. But who am I to judge?
That is true. Jeff, I just want to ask you real quick here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, according to Mel Kiper's big board, slated at 15 to take Kenyon Sadiq, tight end out of Oregon.
Very interesting considering you just paid K-Dot and $30 million for 3 years. Now, I know Sadiq.
A la Chicago Bears, Cole Kmet. And then
and Sadiq does, they say he's not a true tight end, right? He's
kind of like the Colston level and hybrid.
Yeah, big frame, fast kid, super athletic. It'd be an interesting pick.
Yeah. Well, March Madness is here, boys and girls. March Madness is here. 1 year, $10 million deal for Darnell Mooney. Good for you.
Pretty crazy.
Wow. The 3-time posted in there. Thank you very much. Wow. Jeff, did you fill out your bracket yet?
I filled out one. I got to fill out another.
All right. Well, before we get into some other ones, who do you have in your final 4?
Let me look. I believe I have. Let me just get on a bracket real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, let's get on a bracket while you do it. Nothing exciting coming out of your boy business time over here. I got all 4 number 1s making it.
I only have 1 number 1 making it.
Wow.
Arizona, which is who I have winning it all.
Yeah. I have Florida playing Arizona. Florida is just a straight homer pick. Do I feel like that they could win it? Absolutely. Did stumble a little bit in the SEC tournament. Their shot selection and shot percentage was garbage. Turnovers left and right. I fully expect them to clean that up. But yeah, I mean, I got Duke coming out. I got Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. Not a whole lot of big upsets. One thing that I do also have over here, which is interesting, which I know a lot of the talking heads have been talking about, is this potential matchup here between Florida and Illinois. That would be a good matchup for me and my family to talk some smack back and forth. But that also implies that Illinois can get past Houston. which I don't think that that's going to happen. But sometimes you just got to pick with your gut, Jeffrey. And this main one right here is in the Thomas Janetta pool, which Maureen Janetta won last year. For those of you who don't know, that is my mother-in-law that doesn't really know a whole lot about basketball, just clicks buttons. And sometimes that's what you need in some of these brackets.
I agree.
But yeah, I got Duke, Florida. I got Arizona, Michigan. I got Florida, Arizona. And then I got Florida beating Arizona, even though Arizona, I think, mollywopped them at the beginning of the year. But as Jeremy pointed out, the Florida Gators were definitely not the team that they are at the beginning of the year. That's for dang sure.
I will say that I think the one thing that's missing for Florida is what they had last year. Who was your point guard last year? Who was fucking awesome?
Walter Clayton III.
Walter Clayton III. I think they're missing that guy, is my opinion.
They are, but I will tell you the little Asian sensation's been doing pretty well.
Jesus. Okay.
What?
Nothing. I didn't realize we were going that route.
Really? After I had a retard at my table? Like, I mean, what?
What? Who said that? Nobody said that. I do like a couple upsets to start off. I will say, I think there's a lot of chalk this year. I don't think there's a ton of like I can see that we don't have a 15-2. I can see we don't
Xavier Lee. Jeff. Xavier Lee.
Okay. I can see we don't have a 12-5. Something like that. But I do think South Florida is going to beat Louisville to start off. And I think that'll be interesting. I do kind of like Michigan
Let's
State.
do this. Can we go back? Let's just go back real quick. Let's go to the East. And just talk about some of the upsets that we might have. I do have TCU over Ohio State.
I have Ohio State.
Okay. Any other upsets that I have here? Nope, not on the first round. Any other upsets from you on the first round?
Just South Florida over Louisville would be the only one that I really have.
All right. Then over through here, then yeah, it's pretty much the same over here. On the west side, I do have Utah State over Villanova. 9 over the 8. That is the only
West side. Let's see. West side connect. West side connect. I do think I don't have any upsets in the first round, but I will say always look out for teams that have played already that go into like playing games, which we don't have here. I do have BYU making a little bit of a run. I have BYU beating Texas, BYU beating Gonzaga, BYU then beating Purdue, and then ultimately facing Arizona in that Elite Eight.
I do not have BYU getting past Gonzaga, but I do have them beating Texas. I think BYU's team is just pretty much hinged on one player. So if that one player plays excellent, they're obviously going to be put.
I don't
ahead.
think you've watched a lot of BYU this year.
No, I haven't. I haven't watched a lot of anything. Which is the whole point, Jeffrey.
I will say it will be interesting. Like SMU plays tonight against Miami of Ohio, right? The team that was undefeated. I like SMU in this game. I think SMU is going to win.
Which bracket is this? Oh, this is the play-ins, right?
Yeah. So you're going to find this down under. You'll see
the play-ins in the bracket.
Tennessee. So this Tennessee bracket over here on the right that you're going to have Tennessee playing Miami of Ohio / SMU. I think that SMU wins tonight, and I think SMU beats Tennessee as well too.
Interesting.
I think Tennessee is reeling a little bit. I think SMU, they haven't been great, but this is more of a fade of Tennessee, and you're going to take a couple upsets to start as well. So
I do have St. Louis over Georgia in this one. That's the only upset I have over that one.
Oh, the other one I have, I
do have Kentucky over Iowa State to make it into the Elite Eight.
I'm taking Hofstra over Alabama. I don't know if y'all saw what happened with the Alabama team and the kid who got caught with a couple pounds of weed in his apartment. First of all, who snitched? I need to know who snitched. Because somebody dropped a dime, and there's no way they just showed up and knocked on the door. But
how do you get felony possession of weed?
I can tell you as somebody who's had it. You have a lot of it.
Whoa, I didn't know I did not have a career criminal on the show here. Holy
career is wild. Career insinuates that I've been charged with anything since that unfortunate incident.
Just because you haven't been charged does not mean you have not partaken in illegal activities, Jeffrey.
Talk to the government, bro. Don't talk to me, okay?
I'm looking right at you, buddy.
I don't have Michigan moving on. I think they're a little bit overrated this year.
Who do you have Michigan losing to?
I have Michigan losing to Texas Tech in the Sweet 16.
Okay.
Texas Tech beating Hofstra, and then Texas Tech going on to play Iowa State. I also have Santa Clara beating Kentucky as well too. A 10 versus 7. I don't know. Kentucky's been all over the place this year. I can't really put my finger on it. I don't think a team that generally doesn't shoot that well is going to show up and all of a sudden start playing well in the tournament. So I'll take a little bit of a flyer on Santa Clara there to beat Kentucky. Then they lose to Iowa State. Iowa State makes a run. Iowa State goes on to make the Final Four. Final Four is Michigan State, Houston, Arizona, and Iowa State. And I'm going Houston and Arizona in my final, with Arizona winning the national championship.
Who do you have Florida losing to?
I have Florida losing to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. So you think they're going to lose back-to-back games against Vanderbilt?
I think it's a poor matchup. I think Vanderbilt has really good guard play. I also really like, if you're looking for just a game to take, this McNeese Vanderbilt game. I know the over-under is 150, and it seems like a lot for a college game. I'm hammering the over in that. I think both teams have elite guard play. I think they can both shoot it. I think their pace is great as well too, and neither team plays defense really. So I think all those factors combined, I'm definitely taking the 150. I don't even know if it's moved yet. Let me go ahead and look before I start talking out my what. Real quick.
Right here, Jeff. It is 150 and a half.
150 and a half. I was looking on good old Hard Rock Bet.
I cashed out my account after football.
VCU, North Carolina. Your boy's been on a heater lately, bro. Anyway, withdrawing money. It's been okay, TJ.
Must be that unit size.
I mean,
why have you been?
What do you know about my unit size?
What, I know everything about you, Jeff. I've seen you naked. What?
I had a $50 parlay last night.
I didn't see any of these things come across. Like, hey, you guys got to hammer this.
It's in a secret group.
I guess I'm just not cool enough. Thought I was on that level, but I guess not. We'll see. And other news, Jeff, I know that you're really, really excited to see this breaking news come out, but the WNBA looks like they have reached an agreement to start the next season. I know you're super happy about that. I'm super happy for you. You get to watch the ladies play a little basketball this year. I know you're super stoked for that, so congratulations.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't know what else you want me to say.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think whatever. Hopefully they got their money. Hopefully they're happy. Hopefully whatever it is, we can move on. I know they're playing FIBA World Qualifiers or something like that right now. They've been playing, but it's just good that they've had all this momentum. It's good to not have a stoppage, because that's really shitty when that happens.
I am trying to find this in here to see exactly what but of course there's been no leaks of. I just think that I think it's just. Oh, here we go. All right, under the new CBA, sources told Shams the salary cap will be $7 million, up from $1.5 million. Supermax starting at 1.4 was $250. Average salary around $600,000, $120 last year. Sources said the average revenue share would be nearly 20% across the length of the deal. So my question is this:
what are they revenue sharing?
Exactly. So does that mean that they lose 20% of their pay if they lose money? I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, you can be as much as a WNBA hater like I am as you can. There's no doubt that the sport is rising. There's no doubt that there's more and more eyeballs on it. And there's more and more doubt that eventually it might get into a revenue generating thing. But to sit there and tell the people that have lost millions of dollars for years and years and years, saying, hey, we want a revenue share when there's no revenue. It just seems to me like it's one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard, which was a lot of the complaints that a lot of people like me that don't really care for the WNBA and that was subsidized by the NBA was out there saying. But to your point, there's obviously some value in as business owners that are continued to buy up these teams, that there's something coming. So maybe this puts the structure in down the road, right? Let's just say that it puts the structure in down the road. So then when it does start to make revenue, then they get a 20% share. I'm also from the agreement. If I had a business that relied on talent, I would have no problem sharing 50-50 with them. None. As long as I'm making money, why should we not both partake in the fruits of the spoils?
Yeah,
so,
300 to 1.3 bill. It'd be, I mean,
it's just a great point. But to me, dude, I don't know, man. It's been coming for years. I know I've been saying it numerous times, but to me, it's just fucking egregious what these people are getting paid. $80 million a year for basketball, $60 million a year to play football. And then yet, the prices just keep going up because the owners have to maintain that, they make $250 million a year per team or whatever the heck it is. Meanwhile, we have poverty organizations like the Chicago Bears that are going to have to raise property taxes in order to build a new stadium. So, and we just keep funding it. We keep buying the TV packages. We keep going to the games. We keep buying the merchandise because we want to be involved and feel like we're part of something. And we are just absolutely getting fleeced. And if you don't know it, then keep paying it. I mean, eventually you will become woke, as I am. Anything to wrap us up with today, Jeffrey?
Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who clinched a playoff spot. Good for them. And also shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, Washington Wizards, Indiana Pacers, and the Sacramento Kings, who are all officially eliminated from NBA postseason play.
The Bulls have not been eliminated yet?
No.
What another poverty organization. Same thing with the Blackhawks. Jeremy, did you see what the Blackhawks have been doing? Literally, they just unloaded the entire team. If I'm Connor Bedard, I'm getting out of there, dude. No shot. Generational talent.
TJ, thanks for being in the chat today. Appreciate you, TJ. Let me know which park you're going to.
If you want him to go. Otherwise, you don't have to respond. I mean, I know sometimes how Jeff can be, especially after a hangover day, still wearing the same clothes. Yeah.
I'm not hungover. And I took the band off, too. We're good.
Oh, well. We're good now, everybody. That's going to do it for us today on The Uninformed Fan. Jeremy, do you got anything to bring in? Anything?
Yeah, Jeremy, put your headphones on real quick.
Jeff Ghost Snyder.
What does that mean? Ghost.
Ghost people?
Full government name is crazy too. Whatever. I think I said it earlier. Not a big deal. Jeremy, what's going on, man?
Knocking the Snyder.
Where'd you go last night?
I just went over to backstage and had one because I got out at 1:15. I didn't want to have to deal with kiddies. So instead, I walked over to backstage where they were 5 deep and they had 3 bartenders, which was wild. I had more bartenders on Captain's Bar last night than they did.
I don't think they're serving tuna tartare either.
Yeah, but they also didn't shut down Dock Bar at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Who shut down Dock Bar at 2:00?
Management. And closed it for the evening.
Why?
Oh, because it was cold.
It wasn't that cold.
No, it wasn't that cold.
I like that move.
Yeah,
Always thinking of the staff. Always thinking of the staff.
Then we had a 50 top walk in at 9:15 and decided to take over Admiral's Bar. It was cool like that.
You had 50 people standing at Admiral's Bar?
Yes. Yep. To the point that they had to call Disney security to tell them to, guys, you can't do this. You can't be here. We at one point we got told to stop serving anyone that was standing around.
Did this happen to fit into our conversation from earlier by any chance?
No, they were pretty docile, but it's a big conference that was in town, so they took over there, and it was a madhouse. And then had a lady pass out at like 4:45 at the bar, had at 10 o'clock had this young lady screaming at her friend and I don't know, boyfriend, and right by the host stand, calling her an effing bitch and blah blah blah. And it was definitely an amateur night last night.
Absolutely, which is why I was surprised Jeff partook. That's all.
I just wanted to
Sometimes I like to throw the metas on and just be with the people.
You know,
Nah, you're a better man than me, Jeffrey. Better man than me.
I
That's
put
gonna
all-
do it.
I put all my
What?
upsets in the group chat, by the way. No one, but
What?
Louisville without their top scorer, USF take them.
I said USF.
Yeah, I got VCU over North Carolina as well. I got Texas over BYU.
Texas
Hofstra.
over BYU is a weird one to me.
Yep, I think Hofstra over. Who are they playing? Hofstra. Who did we say they playing?
Good pick.
I got High Point over Wisconsin. 12-5.
And
I
now
think-
you know, guys, why Jeremy does not get on the main program.
Hofstra is playing Alabama.
Yeah, I got Hofstra over Alabama. There we go.
I just think there's a lot going on in Alabama. I think it's just wild.
Who-
also,
who-
did you see that?
Who's starting now for this guy? That's who needs to be investigated.
Did you see that? That's funny. Did
Yeah,
you see that
next-
the coach
yeah.
was like, "Oh, it's a big misunderstanding," and blah blah blah. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be with the team. It's not that big of a deal. And then all of a sudden, they're like, "He's been kicked off of campus.
Well, he didn't live
He's
on
no
campus,
longer with the program."
but he's no longer with the program. Yeah, but the kid that's coming in for him has been in and out of the rotation all year, and was projected to be a starter and never panned out. So he's moving into the rotation. So yeah, he needs to be investigated.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He needs to be investigated.
Sixth man gets call.
All right, TJ, I'll see you at the park, bud.
Something is not happening.
I don't know what
All right.
Tyson's doing right now. I hope you guys have a great one. Anybody off tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh,
I am, but I have to drop off my wife's car to get detailed. So possibly after that, I could play some golf.
what time you have to get the car detailed?
Noon.
Fuck, bro. I'm trying to play and go watch basketball.
Oh, well, maybe I'll
tomorrow's
meet you
basketball
afterwards
day.
for basketball.
Huh?
I'll meet you afterwards for basketball then.
It's one of the greatest days of the year.
It
It's
is.
also shout out today.
We should
Today
be in Vegas for this, by the way.
National Vasectomy Day. For those who celebrate, the number one day for vasectomies in the entire country. So
Get it done in the morning and then watch.
I feel
basketball
like
for
this
four
is like
days.
the Bob Barker, at the end the Price is Right. Make sure to get your pets spayed and neutered.
Spayed and neutered.
Get your male
Yeah.
friends spayed or neutered.
On that note, that's going to do it for us, everybody. Hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy the March Madness. We will see you next week, Wednesday, 12 o'clock p.m.
For a
Until
friend.
then,
And be
please,
great.
for the love of God, stay out of the left-hand lane.